believe that this matter will be determined in whichever case, Honorable Speaker. Either we have presented ourselves, we have pronounced ourselves, we have determined ourselves before this case, or even when we determine this case when we are finishing, we listen this case towards the end. I want to believe that this is the right time, that we need to hear both sides, the county assembly and the governor, the governor's team, so that at the end of it all, everything will determine, because we will see if true the county assembly had the threshold or not, or the governor has issues that has been accused to. It is going to be determined towards the end. So, Honorable Speaker, I believe that this is a time when we need to hear this case. We need to hear because the process has started, and there is no way we can stop this process. So, Honorable Speaker, I want to support that we proceed with the matter. Thank you very much.
Senator Akinyi Beatrice.
Honorable Speaker, I thank you for giving me the opportunity. Honorable Speaker, the issue that I want to talk to is the issue of the threshold. Honorable Speaker, you can't round off human beings. And if a threshold has to be determined, Honorable Speaker, and it has been stated, to me, Honorable Speaker, there is no way around it. We must look at the issue of threshold, and it must be determined, Honorable Speaker, because we cannot set a precedent that is otherwise. Honorable Speaker, on the PO, if it has to be determined, it is a matter that does not concern counties, and so, Honorable Speaker, I stand guided, but I think all the 67 senators stand to determine, to vote on that. Otherwise, Honorable Speaker, on the issue of threshold, Honorable Speaker, I want to support that the threshold must be met from the word go. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Senator Methu.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I don't want to buttress what my colleagues have said. I want to agree that on the first PO, it falls by the way, because precedences have been said that Parliament cannot be injected on the course of its work. But Honorable Speaker, you've been invited to make a very critical decision, and without speaking on whether the threshold was 31 or 32, both parties have come with arguments and counter-arguments, why they actually think that 31 would be the threshold, why they think that 32 would be the threshold. Authorities have been cited, especially in the Tana River case, the county assembly, or Speaker Kaduda versus the county assembly, on the number as to at what point you should be able to truncate the numbers, and they actually believe that it should be rounded off to the nearest whole. The defense of the governor through their counsel, Katwa Kigen, they actually feel that even at the very beginning of the inception of this county assembly, there had been set a precedence that 32 would be the number. So, Honorable Speaker, you've been invited to make this particular decision, and this is a weighty decision because if you are to allow this PO, then this impeachment proceeding will fall as at now. We shall not have, the jury will not have had an opportunity to make a decision on this particular matter. It is a very serious invitation, and I would want to dissuade you, Honorable Speaker, from allowing or agreeing to fall prey to Rule 30 of the rules of procedure, that you make this decision on the preliminary objection. Please, Honorable Speaker, allow the 47 delegations to make this decision on whether, well, it could be 67 or 47, whatever would be the case, Honorable Speaker, if it touches on the counties, Honorable Speaker, but allow senators who are the jury, who are the judges on this particular matter, to make this decision. Honorable Speaker, for you on this matter, you are an umpire. You have no dog in this fight. Yours is to just umpire.
Now, honorable senators, we need to make progress. I may take your seat, Professor Minority Leader and Senator Kajwang. I've heard you, and nothing new seems to be coming out at this juncture. And therefore, for us to make progress, you'll allow me to use Standing Order number 1 to suspend the sitting for 15 minutes so that we resume at 3:30 for me to go consider the interventions you've made and give a way forward on how we are going to dispense with this matter. Because remember, honorable senators, if in the event that we proceed with this hearing, we have to start from the beginning. The hearing hasn't started yet. We are merely dealing with preliminary matters, and therefore time is of the essence. So kindly, honorable senators, I will proceed now to suspend the sitting for 15 minutes, and we shall resume at 3:30.
Well, the question of the 2/3, whether that is the threshold was reached or not, still remains unresolved. The Speaker of the Senate, Honorable Amason Jeffa-Kingi, has suspended this sitting for 15 minutes, and the House will be resuming at 15:30, indicating that he needs to consider the deliberations before him with regards to those particular preliminaries objections. And the most important one in this case is the objection that was raised by the governor's legal team with regards to the threshold of the MCAs who supported the removal from office by impeachment of the governor, that the threshold was not reached with 31.3, which is the threshold that the governor's side says has not been attained, because there cannot be a point of a human being or a fraction of a human being. Senators were given the opportunity to give or ventilate on that particular issue, with some of them indicating that the threshold has not been met, and therefore the issue be suspended, and that the county assembly goes back to ensure that the required threshold is attained, while some indicate that the issues that have been brought before the Senate are weighty matters, and that they need to be dealt with and dispensed with. That is the governor with his legal team, of course, waiting to see whether the decision by the Speaker will be favoring them. Remember, if the Speaker rules that the threshold has not been met, then that means that they perhaps may have to do away with the hearing, as had been proposed by various senators. If the Speaker rules otherwise, then these proceedings will continue, or the impeachment hearings will continue. As of now, as indicated by the Speaker, they have not moved far into the program. As per the program, the time now being 3:15, 3:18. As per the program, the House ought to be dealing with evidence being presented by the County Assembly, evidences of any witnesses, cross-examination and re-examination. But as of now, they haven't even gotten into the opening statements or any evidence by the County Assembly. The Speaker indicated that they were still at the preliminaries, with the governor's side presenting preliminary objections into this particular case. So that is a matter that we are going to wait and see. After the 15 minutes, the Speaker will be back, And of course, the House will reconvene, and we will get more guidance or receive more guidance on on how the case will continue, on how the sitting will continue as per the objections that have been raised by the governor's legal team. For now, allow me to hand you back to the KBC Broadcasting House for normal programming, but we will be back at 3:30 when the House resumes. Good afternoon.